And we're back for part 2. With Evertails Finn versus saving our country. Two very strong competitors to be fighting in round 1. Who's gonna dive right over him. But wait, how much damage is the punch gonna do? Again, they miss each other. They miss each other again. And again. I'm beginning to think we might need to skip. Half. Okay, Root moves on. We'll see you next match. Next up is Friday Night Funkin's Woody versus the Evil Ultimate. I don't feel good about this one, Woody. He just domed him. That's funny, but like... he's already halfway dead. Where's the storm at now, guys? He's over halfway dead. This is over. Okay, he's gonna get some damage off thanks to ballistic mode. And Woody is down. We'll see you next match. Next up is Pop Culture's Luke Skywalker versus Doki Doki Phantom City's Corbin. Gonna jump in. Frost Breath is a bit of an issue, but not the biggest issue, because Luke isn't all that tanky. That Scream and Lightning, that's a much bigger issue. Okay, another force push. Lightning is gonna take it. We'll see you next match. Next up, use Horror Sands versus Undertale Crossovers Arthur. And, well, we'll see if the whole lightning striking down one unit needs to come into effect. I think it will. Yeah, it definitely will. So if we have one unit just get murdered by lightning to start things off, and then all the other ones get in, it's gonna come down to the blue soul. Okay, the bone zone. Now it's the blue soul, and now things are dead. It didn't matter in the end. We'll see you next match. Next up is Undertale Crossovers Apple versus Brawl Stars Piper. Now, since Brawl Stars characters are also very tanky, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the end. Okay, they tried to hurry up and get back to it, but they ended it too soon. Apple gets to take it, and we'll see you next match. Next up is Gaming Server Sega versus Doki Doki Phantom City's Bianca. That was a powerful hit already. Oh, 2 Biancas are already down. Now, Bianca's not a pushover unit, let's be real here. Not the worst unit to exist. Just kind of a middle ground unit, though. So close to taking out one, but we'll see next match. Next up is going to be the Elements Ice King versus Doki Doki Phantom City's Teddy. Now, here's a match where Ice will prevail because, well, Teddy has a small health pool. So yeah, to just keep them back, keep them in the storm, and it'll go by pretty fast, all things considered. You can see they're very frozen and also very low on health, thanks to the Icicle. One's dead. They're all dead. I don't know why it glitched out so bad. I have to, like, end the battle that way instead of hit tab, but we'll see next match. Next up is going to be Doki Doki Phantom City Leaf Marowlark versus the Viking Ultimate. 3 Doki Doki units in a row. That's a lot, honestly. Would have also been really weird if they fought 3 units from the same faction as well. Oh, they do damage. Actually, no, it's just that Viking Ultimate doesn't have a lot of health anymore. Ever since Season 2, he's been only a top tier unit instead of a king. Or, well, a high tier unit instead of a top tier unit. Oh, one of them's enraged. One of them's going sicko mode on these Leafs. We still got one at full health here. Now Leaf's gonna die. Then 3 over here. What the heck happened to you? Got turned into ash, apparently. Doesn't matter. This one's dead anyway. Okay, well, not before that happens. Okay, well, he killed himself with his ability. 1 or 2 more lightning strikes will do it. Bam. We'll see you next match. Next up is going to be My Hero Academia's Izuku Midoriya versus another newcomer in gaming servers Yuki. Now, okay. Okay then. Moving on. Next up is going to be Undertale's Muffet versus, well, the currently unfactioned business casual man from Slap City, or Ludosity in general. But so first up, they're both greedy. Second off, I'm pretty sure Business has a few more abilities that will give him the win in this matchup. It's fairly close, honestly, all things considered, but Business takes it, and we'll see you next match. Evertails Olmei is up against the Ultimate's Tribal Ultimate. This comes down to accuracy of a tree. How realistically do you miss with a tree? That should have hit. And it has the ability to shake the ground. Hit him. Right that. Alright, this is gonna be a while. We'll see you at the end. Alright. I'm not doing multiple matches of this. Hit him. There we go. Olmei takes it, and we'll see you next match. Next up is the most boring unit ever. Renaissance Ultimate versus Giflet. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a while. We'll be back. And here we are at the end. Renaissance Ultimate unfortunately takes it, and we'll see you next match. Next up is a 1v1 between Killer Sands and Cross Sands. They're both gonna hit each other with the lightning to start it off. It looks like Killer has more HP than Cross, which might make a difference. Oh yeah, definitely. It just made a difference there. Okay, Cross Sands won. I was gonna say, who just won? It looks like they both died. Okay, and Killer wins the second time. I don't know nearly enough about either of these AUs to actually commentate on what's happening or who should win. We're gonna get the Bone Zone here. That was a very small Bone Zone. Cross takes game 3. Didn't even look like he was trying then. We'll see you next match. Next up is another 1v1 between Saving Our Country's The Overseer and Saving Our Country's Iris. Ah, oh, come on, Iris. You gotta be better at some point or another. I know he's like a demon lord and stuff, but either way, we'll see you next match. Next up is going to be TKR's Casey's versus Gaming Servers Grim. Now then, Casey's is like a dragon thing. So, oh, hi Artemis. How are you today? Oh, Grim took game 1. It's interesting. What are this gonna spawn today? Oh, another Artemis. How fun. It doesn't matter. Grim manages to take both games, and, well, we'll see next match. Next up is Ultimate's Good Ultimate versus Sebastian Michaelis from the Animes group. The first representative for the Animes group, actually. And, well, this is not a fun opponent to be up against as you're in the round 1. Good Ultimate is gonna go far. There's no way he doesn't. So much damage, so many abilities, and actually considerably cheap too. But we'll see next match. Next up is going to be TKR's Velda versus TKR's Trico, and, well, actually, last time that was the strongest of the Animes group that went down. So, it's not very good. Alright, we gotta go with the whole, just murder 1. Allow the rest of them to close the distance, although it might actually work against them in this case. But can Velda win this time? It looks to be closer, definitely. Because 1 Trico is down, 2 Trico down, actually. Velda takes it. I gotta figure out something to... You know what? Sure, we'll just run it again. Game 3. We'll see you at the end. And it seems that Velda has won Game 3. So, she moves on, and we'll see you next match. Next up is going to be TF2's Pyro versus Unfaction Jenny Fox. And she will be a part of other games. Well, this is something. They're making my sound bug out, actually. Yeah, obviously. Pyro wins, and we'll see you next match. Next up is going to be Tail Kairev Slight Mage versus Epic Sans. Alright, well, let's do the whole thing of just... Because I think without the lightning, yeah, Epic Sans is absolutely screwed. Let's see if... Guess whose game just crashed? Anyway, Light Mage gets to move on because he didn't cause our crash and also would have won again, but our next match would be Jamie versus Susie Phase 2, but I have to share this first. This is what happens when I start the game. I had to, apparently undo slow-mo. Because, for whatever reason, it's just on automatically, so... Susie takes it, and we'll see you next match. And guess who's also really annoyed that their game crashed, because I had to reorder all of my factions. Yeah, it's this guy right here, but it's Nutcos Rage versus the currently unfactioned Naomi. I don't know where to put her. It's another OC. I think it might go into Random Lust, if that just makes sense. But looks like she's gonna take this as a brand newcomer, opposed to just a slight newcomer in Rage. We'll see you next match. Next up is going to be Miscellaneous' Rebel versus Friday Night Funkin' Silver. Now, think Silver could use a rework, along with a few other characters I got, but that's for another day. For now, Rebel takes it, and we'll see you next match. Next up is going to be Minecraft Steve versus the My Hero Academia version of Brony. It's an OC. It's just replacement Tanky Kaminari. Lightning Girl instead of Lightning Boy. So yeah, there's a lot of lightning. Makes sense. Steve died from fall damage there. That's not how you win. Okay, well, we'll see you next match. Next up is Evertails Nagi versus Anime's Tanjiro. We'll be back. So, Nagi's won. Just playing out, and we'll see you next match. Next up is going to be Hate versus Murder and or Dust Sands. It doesn't really matter what you call them. Dust Tail Sands, Murder Sands, Dust Sands. I personally don't care. He's moving on in bracket. Though we can say that. Let's move on to our next match. Dante versus other game Siren Head versus Tales of Kairev's Dante. This seems like it's gonna take a while. We'll be back. Dante takes it. I know it's a little like, yeah. I haven't been showing much, but it's late. I gotta get through this. Move on to our last battle here, which is going to be Friday Night Funkin's Rube versus My Hero Academia's Shota Todoroki. Let's go. This should not be very long. This should not take a while. Rube does not have the health necessary to win this matchup. Oh, come on, just shouting them away just makes things take longer, Rube. Todoroki takes it. And that's the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all tomorrow for the next part.